Well, hi, good morning, and welcome to my shop. Thank you so much for joining me as I'm going to be doing the AM band alignment on this radio. I think there's basically 4 steps involved, and then the radio is going to be, well, I don't know, finished, except for some other stuff. So if I seem a little off in these videos and for the next little while, it's because my wife and I are overwhelmed with something happening in our family. It's nothing bad, it's just something that has to be done. And so it's been quite disturbing. So it may come out in these videos a little bit because I just may not seem to be as happy a guy as I usually am. Okay, let's see if I can distract myself with this. I think we're all set up here except I don't have anything operating, so let's turn on some equipment. Turn on the radio. Whoops, not plugged in. And the first is done at 600 kilocycles, I believe. I'm going to dial up 600. Very good. And my signal generator frequency counter's taking a break right now. And I'm going to do the same while everything warms up here a little bit, and then we'll get busy. Okay, I think we're ready to start here. I need to turn this way down to 600 kilohertz here. Which we should hear. I didn't hear it. Oh, wrong band, for sure. Okay. There we are. That's the broadcast band. Radio's tuned to 600. Okay. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the meter over here, which is just warming up right now. There we go. And the first thing to adjust here is C38. 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 There it is. C38 on the side. 1400 A oscillator. 1400. Okay, I'm in the wrong spot here. Should be on the wrong end. Let's go to the other end. Okay, 1400 I've got set on the dial here. 1400. Okay. Now we want this to be maxed for sure. We want the radio to be tuned in just as good as it could be. There we are. And now we're going to do C. Do this guy here. A little crowded on this computer screen here. This guy. Okay. Let me just take a peek. Oops. Bumped it. Well, there wasn't much to adjust here, come to think of it, because I've got the... what am I adjusting? I've got the radio tuned properly. Signal generator just a touch low. Okay, watching the meter now. There we go. Okay, let's take a peek at the instructions again. Oh, that's not the instructions. Let's try that again. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm definitely not myself here. Yeah, instructions. Instructions. There are no instructions. Yes, there are instructions. Oh my gosh. I'm really messed up. Okay. Now we go down to 600. And we do L17. Okay, we gotta find L17 here. L17 right there. Is that really correct? Oh, look what I've done. What have I done here? Yeah, that's better. Oh my gosh. I really am beside myself. L17. L17. This one. Okay, down to 6. 600. Okay, so I've tuned the radio to 600. Okay. Okay, double checking the tuning. It's definitely a 600. We're just a tiny bit high here. Okay, and now we'll do the L. Okay, watching the meter. Very good. Okay, now we go back up to 14 was where we did it last time. Okay, right on 14 now. Let's see if 14 is, if it's drifted off. Only very, very slightly. You know, it's a tuning thing too. I can't be absolutely sure. I'm tuning this to exactly the same spot each time. Touch low. Touch low. Put this here. This one was the capacitor. Very sensitive capacitor. Okay, here we go. Watching the meter. Barely moved it. Go back down to 600. Okay, right on. Dial down to 600. Up to 600. Down to up. Okay, so that's maxed the meter here, and you can see the frequency is 600. Good. Okay, so that part of the alignment is done. Now we do two more things. This is with, we do the detector C16 at 1400. C16, there it is there. C16 1400. Back up. And we're not shifting the tuning of the radio at all. Just the oscillators shift the tuning. So it's very important to have the radio tuned to the signal generator for maximum before doing the adjustment. So 1400. So it doesn't have to be exactly 1400. What has to happen here, I mistuned the radio. I was picking it up there. I had the radio tuned wrong. 1400, fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to tune the radio using its own tuning knob just to maximize that. Here we are. Now we're ready to do that capacitor. Or as I used to say when I was a kid, capacitator. I said that for quite a while before I found out that's not what it was. Let's just go back a little further. I'm going to stand right in front of the camera back here. Oh my god. Okay, so you may not be able to see my hand do the number. Let's, come on. And that'll do it. Okay, here we go. Okay, now how much am I going to get out of this? Probably not much. Let's see. Okay, just trying to seat that. There we are. We're in. Oh, I think we went off to the side. Okay, straight across. There we are. We're in now. Okay, watching the meter. Make it go up. Well, didn't make much difference. A tiny amount of improvement there. Okay. Now this next one is with a radiating loop. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So yeah, this radio, the instructions are for, has a loop antenna. This radio does not have a loop antenna. So there's nothing to radiate to here. I guess what, so this is about tuning the loop antenna. In this case, the only thing left that hasn't been adjusted yet is a little capacitor here. That's got to be what comes next. That's got to be the guy. Now this is supposed to be done at the high frequency end. Okay. I have a dummy antenna sort of arrangement, or antenna simulator, which is what I'd rather call it. I think we're ready to go. Okay, I shouldn't have touched the tuning, but I did. Okay, we're back up. Big screwdriver. What does it do? Has no effect. Okay, so we're going to use the big screwdriver. Okay, meter, what are you doing? We're going way up. Now, I think I've just about removed all the capacitance here. Nope, there's a peak there. I'm just going to screw it down just a wee bit. For some reason I feel better about that. So there we are. Okay. Now we're going to run through the AM band. We're going to tune some stations and see what happens here.
And they are where a lot of people thought they would be. International championship. I mean, big scheme of things. Now, I get it.
Okay, we're ready to go here. In the bottom right corner, you're seeing my pencil notebook. Not the very neat notes. I started doing this just after changing the antenna that I've been using, and I got it results way better than I expected. So you'll see at the start here, I just was writing the stations I was picking up. That's why they're out of order. But then I suddenly realized I'm picking them all up. So starting about here, whoops, I just start writing every frequency now in my book and writing down what station I'm picking up. These stations that I'm claiming I heard WGN at 720, it's because I know I heard WGN. It's not just that I heard something. I heard that station. See, 730 is blank. That's because I'm unable to pick up a station at 730. It's just too weak. But just about everywhere else, as you'll see, I'm picking stuff up. So we're going to use this book to look at what we're picking up on the radio over here, and we'll realize what it is. Okay, let's turn up a bit. So right there, that's 590 we're listening to, but we're going to start right at the bottom here. And also, in doing this, you know, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. It's really not the time to hear any kind of distant AM station. These will all be ground wave, relatively local stations. Okay, let's see what we can get on this radio. Here we go. WGR 550. $560. CFOS, that's from Owen Sound. That's not far from here at all. Owen Sound. Okay, carry on. Something there, but it's so faint. Do 570. Youngstown, New York.
Our team that has overcome more or as much as anybody this season. And nobody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about what's going on everywhere else.
CJCL Sports.
They're without this guy. Nobody's saying that with the Ravens. So I love their debate. They're not ridiculous. 7 o'clock on a Sunday.
That's going to be 610 CKTB from St. Catharines.
This guy, honestly, that is a lesser thing to consider than space and
It's going to be 640.
And like I said,
CFIQ. Richmond, basically Toronto.
That morning drive, some improved conditions through the afternoon.
This would be 680.
As we approach the evening hours of Monday morning, we can expect most of the snow to melt off with a high of plus 3 degrees tomorrow.
That's probably 700 from Cincinnati. Just barely hear it. This would be, well, it's not 730, it must be 720. Because I think the pointer is just a bit to the right of the, where it should be. WGN, Chicago. Now at night, these stations are quite listenable. That's why it says good here.
Well, the thing is Michigan made the big plays when they had to. Alabama didn't.
740
I thought the play calling was a little bit
from
conservative
Toronto.
at the end. I thought it was conservative in
I guess that would be 770 WABC from New York City. This is really, this is good. Yeah, ABC. Okay, moving on. I was going to say something, but it's not true. 780. Chicago again. I'm surprised they pick up all these stations during the day. A man is dead after being shot. Yeah, that's American radio. 790. Nobody. Okay. So that'd be 780. WBBM, they just said it. WBBM Chicago. She just said WBBM. Okay. This is 820 CHAM. This is from Hamilton. I guess that's the HAM stands for Hamilton. And this is a this station puts on funny programming, comedy records.
Notre collègue de l'émission Tout à l'heure. Bonjour
860.
Bonjour Isabelle. Alors,
CJBC from Toronto. This is French CBC. $8.80, I'd say. WCBS from New York. Yeah. Very strong station at night. This would be 890 WLS from Chicago. There's a few stations in there, they're just so weak though. Okay, this is the deodorant station. That would be, I make that out to be 930. WBEN from Buffalo, 5 kilowatts. Starter pack of deodorant. That looks like 970. Buffalo. So that's a religious broadcaster. It looks like it's at be 990. Anyhow, Knoxville. I don't think it's Knoxville, Tennessee at this time of day. 10 kilowatts, I can't see it. 5 kilowatts in sports station. Could it be this one? ESPN? I don't think so, because it's a religious broadcaster, so it's a station I don't have in my book yet. So that's going to be 990. So, you know, the stations from New York, 770, 880, and 990. Knoxville, Tennessee. Well, I don't know. Like, at this time of day? Could be something else. If you're not in North America, each of these frequencies has as many as hundreds of radio stations broadcasting on it. The vast majority broadcasting is very, very low power, 1,000 watts and below. So to 10 kilowatts, that's a bit of a strong station. 50 kilowatts is the max that they can use. And so certain stations have the 50 kilowatt and 50 kilowatts at night too. But most, vast majority, very, very low power here. Just turn the volume back up. So that's probably WNML. Knoxville? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Who knows? I have to sit and listen for a while, but I'm not going to do that.
70 questions that we didn't use last week about 2023.
So this is 1010 CFRB from Toronto. It's a very popular station around this area. Been around a long time.
It starts with 4 people.
CFRB is such an old station. The RB actually stands for Radio Batteryless. Can you believe it? Canadian F Radio Batteryless. That's how old this is. This station got on the air probably in the 20s. It would have to be in the 20s, late 20s maybe. Now here's a big famous station, KDKA, coming next, 50 kilowatts. Can we hear it? So, well, that looks like 30. It looks like 1030 to me. So this is KDKA fading in Pittsburgh.
It is 9:12 on
WBZ 1030 from Boston. Strong. Yeah, it is strong. I'll just rearrange things here. I'm gonna get into some trouble. A little crowded on my bench with this book here. That's 10:30. I'm doing way better than I expected. This would be 10:50. Chum? Back when I was a young kid, 10, 12 years old, this was the station to listen to with rock music on it. 1050 Chum. This is the station everybody listened to. But now, no. It's, you know, all these AM stations have lost their luster to a large degree. So FM knocked this guy out of the picture. Of course, Chum opened an FM station, so that's where all the Chum listeners went. I listen to Chum. That might mean something to some of you.
All right, we're going to get you ready for a national championship game and why there could be a future.
Sports. Okay, onward. KYW from Philadelphia. Very good. Rain, eh? Yeah, that's this winter. So that's probably 1090 KAAY, 50 kilowatts from Arkansas. I doubt it. But maybe. Again, we'd have to listen to it for a while to find out. No, that's probably it there. That's probably it. So we were probably picking this guy up. Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut. Back we go. KAAY. I make that out to be 1130. WBBR, 50 kilowatts from New York City. Maybe that looks like 1140. WRVA, 50 kilowatts from Richmond, Virginia.
They could not afford to shelter people long term.
So CKOC is if it's a C, it's a Canadian station. If it's a W or a K, it's American. That's pretty simple. So CKOC, 50 kilowatts from Hamilton. That sounds great.
Take refuge in Canada for 3 years if their families are willing to financially support them.
You hear 1160 there, I'm pretty sure, but we don't know what station that is, and we're not going to find out. WWVA, Virginia, I bet. Wheeling, West Virginia. West Virginia. Well, I don't know. So looking at the dial now, that looks like 246, looks like 7, looks like this. But it could be a different station. This is daytime. Most of this listening I do in the evenings. That's why I'm so floored as I'm doing this now. Yeah, you hear faint stuff there. 1200. Very quiet. I would guess this is 1200 here. Okay. Just, 1210. The PhD, very good. 50 kilowatts from Philadelphia.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Hey guys,
what?
Did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but it's 5% cheaper? And you can
5%.
Just go to hims.com/.
I'm going to show you 5%.
You'll get a free medical.
These, I watched these. You must watch it too. They made a 3% difference in the 1.9% difference. Look here, I'm going to show you the difference here. You see the distance between my fingers here? See that distance? Watch. 3% change. Did you see it? Did you see it?
Zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face.
Clearly American because they're talking about insurance, health insurance. So this looks like 1020. 1120. One thing, 1120. KMOX. St. Louis, that's pretty far. Are they talking about sports? Well, maybe. We'll keep going. Well, that was 12 something. Did I get confused there? 12:10. Yeah, my finger got confused. There you are, WPHT. There he goes again. I should learn to talk that fast. So if I'm getting a second station, I'm right because I didn't think this would happen. I ended up writing them in just on the CFAJ. This is probably what we're hearing now. Excuse me. Classic music. St. Catharines. I think it's only 5 kilowatts too. I didn't make a note.
Or you can contact us on the internet at
This will be 1250, Canadian station. You're coming from near Toronto, a place called Oakville. These ones here I wrote all C. All C. So C is a class of station, class A, B, C, and D. A is the blasters using 50 kilowatts. C are local AM stations serving a small area, maybe a town or a small city, and these are all very low power. And on some frequencies, the agreement is only low power signals can be there. So if you go to 1230, there's like 250 stations broadcasting there. All of them 10 watts, 40 watts, 100 watt, maybe up to 1,000. I'm not sure if they can even get that high. Very, very low power. So can't hear anything here except just a cacophony of people talking, all on top of each other. But you can't hear it on this radio this time. You have to be at night with a little bit of a better radio. Oh, I just turned the wrong thing. I thought I was turning the volume up. Okay, 1230. So this would be about where we were. Let's carry on. I'd say that's 1250. Yeah, that's where we were. Okay, moving on here. So that'd be 1260. W looks like Erie to me. W-R-I-E. Yeah, from Erie, Pennsylvania. Multi, I write multi if I'm hearing more than one station. You can hear two people talking here. Okay, moving on. $12.70. Probably this. 50 kilowatts from Detroit. Probably this. Where am I on the dial now? Just looking, I can actually point at the dial. So it looks more like I'm at 12, 2, 4, 6, 7, 1270. Yeah, right there. That's right. Okay, good. 1280. $1,300. can't stay on the music. Or I'll get a... So that was probably that station. Grand Rapids. I don't know, during the day, I am floored by this. My ability to do this during the day. With this radio in my shop here. It's like 1350. CIRF Daytime Brampton. That's probably what this is. Just worried about a copyright hit, even with music of that sort. That'd be 14. We're somewhere around here. Probably this 1430. 1430. Nice and clear. No religious station. That's kind of I like that. That looks like 1500 to me. 50 kilowatts from Washington. Oh, no. No. Well, maybe. District of Columbia. Yeah, maybe. Oh, they're talking about sports. Oh, I don't think it's this. News Talk. Well, who knows? Who knows? 50 kilowatts, so 1510. Maybe that's what it is. Nashville. This is probably 1520. WWKB from Buffalo. 1530. Sports. I think we're listening to 1540 at this point. CHIN. 50 kilowatts in the daytime from Toronto. So that's got to be what we're hearing here. Hard to say where we are on the dial now, isn't it? 1020. So that would be, if the pointer's been out of kilter the same amount the whole time right across the band, then this is 1530. Sports.
More and more evident, I think, for a lot of you who never wanted to take this before, it's becoming clear to them who their enemies are. The problem is they don't know very often who their friends are. So very often they're locking on to people who got killed in other areas. You take a look at a lot of these evangelists who are supporting Israel. Why are they doing that? So
yeah, that's not sports at all. So don't know what we're listening to.
Right now is going through the roof.
So I think I'm losing control up here on the dial as to where we are. So we're just going to zoom along here. Yeah, I'll definitely get a copyright hit on that. Now that's probably pop music. Good. 10 kilowatts from Oshawa. And that's it. So we get right up to 1600, and that's the end of it. So you can see there's more stations all the way up to here that could be picked up, but not on this radio. Okay, so my notes here are a little sloppy because I didn't expect to be picking up a station on every frequency. That has not happened for me for 10, 12 years, something like that. The reason I'm able to do this now, as I've said many times, is I have a new antenna and I eliminated a huge noise problem in my house. Obviously not all the noise, because you could hear that constant noise we were listening to while I was doing this. But so, yeah, very exciting. If you're a radio listener, this kind of stuff's exciting. I get a kick out of listening to these faraway AM stations. I have to be honest with you, there are some American stations, I cannot listen to them for long. They are so upsetting with what they say. It's shocking, in fact, on some of these stations. What they say, you know, relative to American politics. It's really shocking to me. And I can't listen to them. I cannot listen to them. So luckily there's enough Canadian stations sprinkled around the band there, and enough okay American stations I can tolerate listening to. But there are some out there, my God, I don't think people realize just how open broadcasters can be with things like encouraging an insurrection and other stuff like that. It's shocking. Isn't anybody listening? Isn't somebody phoning them up and saying, hey man, don't say that stuff? I don't think so. Nothing like that happens on Canadian radio. I tell you, nothing like that happens on Canadian radio. But then again, you know, a lot of people would say, well, Canadian society is 3 years behind American society, so what happens in American social machinations leak up here. And they don't just leak up here. There are Americans who come up to Canada and work with Canadian politicians to bring about the same things up here as is happening in the United States. And you know what? 20, 30, 40 years ago, hey, I kind of welcome that. Come on, Americans, show us the way forward. That's okay. But today, go away, Americans. We don't want to hear from you. That's literally how it is. Not for all you guys. I know you're probably American who are listening to this video right now. You're probably American. That's, you know, most people listening to my videos or watching them are Americans, because there's a lot of Americans. That's the main reason. The way I see it, I might as well say something about this. I'd say half of Americans are perfectly fine, normal people who see the world in a clear-eyed way. And then there's another half which have lost their minds. They just totally lost their minds. They're no longer interested in truth and have become, I don't know what the word is, lost. Lost would be the word for it. So I'm sorry to say that kind of stuff. I try to stay away from that on my channel, because the last time I said something like this, I took so much abuse I almost quit on YouTube. That was a few years ago, quite a few years ago now. That's one of the reasons I don't read the comments, is because I'm too susceptible to being depressed by what someone might say in the comments. And as far as I know, nobody's saying anything bad in my comments. I don't know though. Okay, well that was great. There are a few more things to do with this radio, but I'm done for today. A few more like clean up, put it back in the cabinet. I'll do all that tomorrow and be done. Fantastic. Really happy with how this radio came out. And I think I should be. Fantastic. Okay, well you have a great day. Even if you're American, you go ahead and have a great day. And I'll see you on the next video. Hopefully. Bye.